I am so freaking excited. It's very difficult to contain it, but it's time to discuss Final Fantasy XVI. Today, we got literally hours of gameplay just published online and a lot of deep dive impressions from several major YouTubers, and I've been trying to absorb all of it. I want to talk about this stuff, show you some of the gameplay, because this is truly freaking hype. Hope you're having a great day. If you could like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm actually filming this and the sun isn't even all the way up yet. So just to show you a quick picture here, this is Skill Up. Basically, it seems like what happened is they flew in a bunch of people to Japan. This is the director of Final Fantasy XIV and Final Fantasy XVI, Yoshi P. A lot of people consider him to be, sort of the godfather of current day Final Fantasy. The man is undeniably a mega genius at reinventing what makes Final Fantasy such a great specific series of epicness. Well, what I wanted to take a look at specifically is a bunch of clips that have been compiled here. Now, as soon as we press play, the first thing you got to know is, what the heck is this? It's very crucial to the entirety of Final Fantasy XVI before the actual combat here starts. This is a person summoning an icon. In the world of Final Fantasy XVI, apparently the big danger, the big super weapon, is these people that have the ability to basically do classic summons, bringing about Shiva or Titan or Ifrit, which are different elemental summons, earth, fire, or wind, and stuff like that. Well, these people who have the ability to call in icons are incredibly dangerous, because a single icon, as you can freaking see, can wipe out an entire army by themselves. Oh my gosh! This is Garuda, the spirit of wind. Wowzers. So, inside this demo, it was 3 separate sections about 5 hours into the game itself. The people who have played it said that it basically was a combat tutorial that teaches you about these very new, cool, advanced mechanics. There's a big boss fight early on. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, everybody, this is so good. And then finally, it ends with a really big triumphant icon battle. So this is what Final Fantasy VII summons looked like. Pretty retro. Hold on. So I want to skip forward, actually, to the little bits of what apparently people seem to be the most mixed about. It looks dark as hell. I promise that's just how it looks. So apparently, the game actually started off in this castle section. Get past this little Garuda bit here. God, that Garuda fight looks so good. So there's this castle section here. Now, as soon as they start seeing this gameplay, what jumps to mind? Probably speed, right? I mean, look at this. The amount of hits he's doing. Look at this. There's combo multipliers, Magic Burst 2. A lot of these people, level 13, so it seems like definitely about 5 hours into it. You can also notice that on the right side here, he has different spirits equipped. Phoenix Shift, Fire Attack, Jump, all here on the bottom right. So they said that apparently when you're fighting, the guy who did the combat for this, the battle director, is the dude who did a bunch of work on Devil May Cry. People seem to be a bit nervous when he initially got hired, because it's such a different tone from typical Final Fantasy, but actually seeing it in raw, brutal pacing now, it seems awesome. Now, this castle seems to be the one part that impressions have not been thrilled about, simply because it is dark and kind of generic. I have no problems with this, but yeah, it doesn't exactly call to mind big, epic, conflicts to be in a little tiny classic castle. But here's where things really get juicy. The icons themselves. Now, quickly, we do want to go back and glance at this. So when you're fighting, hopefully not in such a dark location, you're able to switch between your icons. The main character, Clive, his special ability is apparently that he can soak up multiple spirit summons at once. So throughout the course of this demo, they had access to Titan, which is earth energy, Garuda, which is wind energy, and Phoenix, which is obviously fire energy. And whenever you want to try and switch between your current elemental types, apparently by pulling left trigger, it will flip you between your elemental function that's currently equipped. It's super quick, it's super easy. People have actually said that you really quickly start doing long combos and chaining stuff that you get. Like, apparently it's very, very, very quick, but intuitive. Now, the next thing is, like, part of this is the combat tutorial, part of this is the basic combat, but let's go to the Garuda fight here. So this demo apparently ends off with apparently a minor spoiler, which is that this lady is an icon. You think she's just a normal spy. Turns out that she is actually just as powerful as you, and she starts to unleash her inner wind demon energy. Man, already, every time I keep seeing these combos and stuff, I think it looks so freaking epic. Look at this. Oh, so she's summoning a bunch of that perfect storm. Wow. Okay, but apparently, once you go full-blown power, there starts to be this powering up where you unleash your inner icon to battle her icon. So one thing I did see people saying is that some of these Garuda fights, or some of these fights, are very, very QTE heavy. Lots and lots of tap right trigger, try and press square to break this attack. See, like right there. Apparently, the end of this fight turns very much into an interactive cutscene. Here we go. Come on, Clive. I'm so excited to see this. I mean, let's face it, Garuda looks scary as hell right here. Okay, so yeah, that's you're powering up. I wonder if it's like a thing that could only trigger full evolution when you're in danger. Kind of seems like it. Whoa, so he becomes Ifrit. Look at that! Oh my god, Ifrit versus Garuda. So now we have these big combat fight bars. Again, it's so dark. I really don't know why. It looks kind of bizarre. Maybe it's because it's a work in progress. They don't want to hide the unfinished CG, which is totally fine. But apparently, when you're actually doing this, do you notice how a lot of this looks like a cutscene? This is still the boss battle. Apparently, it does go into a mix of like hit, QTE, actually do a few manual strikes. Apparently, when you're playing as Ifrit, his combat functionality is not as deep as Clive's, which makes sense. Clive is a much more trained warrior, much more elemental types. Wow, this looks so good. I mean, I'm sorry I keep pausing it, but I literally just want to see the little tiny details of it. Garuda being a wind demon or wind icon is very neat. But it sounds like the impressions have been very positive. People have been doing interviews as well. This is just some raw gameplay. I took this gameplay specifically from the IGN hands-on impressions. Apparently, no matter which of these videos you choose, you're going to see the exact same gameplay. Maybe different sections of it, but everybody was given the exact same B-roll, which is the standard industry term where, this isn't actually skill up playing it. Instead, it's skill up his rendering of the same gameplay. Now, let me full screen this a bit too. Is this in 4K? Can I watch it in 4K? No, everybody's gameplay is just 1080p. Yeah, it's definitely the exact same gameplay with different people uploading it. But man, we're actually seeing Final Fantasy XVI. We actually have made it this far into the future. I am so freaking curious just to play this game. There's been rumors for a bit that there is a combat demo ready. There's been rumors about this for about 6 months. It makes me wonder if this is the combat demo that's going to get released before launch. Oh, man, look at that lighting. Oh, this game may be dark. This game may be spooky, but I am freaking ready for it. Apparently, the final thing they talked about during this is that there is some sort of new idea for gameplay options. Instead of having a difficulty system, apparently there is a bunch of rings that are optional that if you put on, make the game easier, that make the game so that you'll automatically dodge, that'll make it so that your pets are automatically controlled, or apparently even just make it so your attacks hit harder. So it sounds like the easy mode rings are an option to try and make it even more accessible to non-Final Fantasy gamers. They want this to be as big as possible. Oh my God. Genuinely, I love how Devil May Cry it is. Look at that. I feel like you could almost hear the like, well, he's just absolutely comboing people. Oh my God. I'm going to watch this 20 more times. I swear to God. I'm so freaking happy. I'm so happy. Square Enix, if you guys do another press event, let me go out there. I want to suck this game's Anyways, good morning, guys. I love you very much. Please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And please keep dreaming. Oh, man. My day is great. And I hope yours is, too. Final Fantasy XVI, baby. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.